round of applause, please. It's the season ender.
Races honor winners, but also celebrate all participants.
The bumper just flew off. Oh!
No!
On the finish line. What a beautiful maneuver!
One can contend that if one is enthusiastic, ecstatic, and exhilarated during the race, then it also belongs to all those who take part. And this is where the wakudoki spirit of the Vios Racing Festival was celebrated exuberantly in its 2019 season.
Three legs, 9 races, several skilled winners, and countless stories on challenges overcome and great times shared. I'm Cheska Calao, and let me take you again through the exhilarating moments where the Toyota Vios and the passionate racers of the 2019 season took racing for a ride like never before. Previous participants and newly recruited racers were raring to recapture the wakudoki exhilaration feeling with the 2019 edition of the Vios races. The races would now carry the banner Vios Racing Festival for a more encompassing motorsport celebration. As in previous years, all-out support and enthusiasm for the One Make Racing event was shared by racers, teams, and their owners.
The Vios Racing Festival intends to build on the legacy of the Vios Cup as the country's premier racing event by making it more inclusive, bigger, and better. We want to make racing an accessible sport for many Filipinos by providing an extraordinary opportunity to get themselves started through their passion for motorsports.
What's more, a new generation Toyota Vios was all set to be the car for this One Make Racing event. The Vios Racing Festival for 2019 was ushered in auspiciously with a challenging innovation never before experienced in previous stagings of this trailblazing one-make competition, the Vios Autocross Challenge. On April 28, 2019, at the Mall of Asia grounds, celebrity racers and drivers of all backgrounds and experience steered the new generation Vios in a race against the clock. The challenges were different, with twists and turns racers don't normally encounter in a circuit run. The 2019 Vios Racing Festival formally unfolded at the Clark International Speedway in July. And what better way to make a stirring start than to bring out the new Toyota Supra, driven no less by the president of Toyota Motor Philippines, Mr. Satoru Suzuki.
Today, we witnessed the first leg of the Vios Circuit Championship. This event will be the first time that the all-new Vios one-make race model is going to be tested at the circuit track. Ladies and gentlemen, let the races begin.
22 racers from all walks of life answered the call of the 2019 Vios Racing Festival Circuit Championship first leg. They all came to race. Celebrities, veterans, newcomers, and club racers sharing the same passion for motor racing, all adding another lap to their personal racing journeys.
I'm from Manila. I own my own business. I'm 35 years old.
I live in San Fernando. I'm a businessman and a club DJ.
I'm a businessman. I'm from San Fernando, Pampanga.
I work in Alabang for a manufacturing company. I'm 25 years old from Quezon City.
I'm from the south in Alabang. I work in my family's company. It's a semiconductor company.
I'm from Isabela. Aside from racing, I'm a farmer.
Like in previous years, racers, regardless of skill and experience, would all start each race at the same time.
Hindi lang dapat physically fitted, kailangan mentally prepared also, emotionally, para yung race and yung flow mo sa track maganda.
I think as a driver, I'm a lot more calm. I used to panic when I didn't get my desired time, but now I just know how to pace myself.
I'm expecting tough competition, but I'm here to have fun. I'm sure, regardless of what, I think everyone's just out here to have fun and, bring their A game.
In each leg, there would be 3 races of 12 laps each. Each lap was 4.2 kilometers for a total of just over 50 kilometers per race.
Welcome to the Vios Racing Festival 2019.
Yung start ko, sobrang ganda. Naka-overtake ako ng dalawa. Si Red nasa likod ko. Hirap niyang iwanan. Si Jan, ang hirap niyang habulin. So, yung pressure nung humabol at habulin, sobrang bigat. Tapos sobrang init. So, ibang klase yung challenge ng karera ngayon.
And now, as you see 4 cars battling it out, I see a change of leader when it comes to our celebrity class. It's now, guess who? Roy Montero.
Since I didn't finish yesterday, that puts me in last place. So I had to fight my way through everyone, and I was able to get first place, which was cool. And then I took over, I guess, some other class positions, which gave me a big boost of confidence.
This is the 3rd and final race for leg number 1.
Oh, Mark Doak! Markson has a bit of a soul. Look at that bumper to bumper. They are right there funneling through turn number 1. So I mean,
now he's trying to overtake.
Well done, Julius! And the checkered flag is out. Lord Seno and John Dizon.
That was close.
That was close.
The early race and battle lines were drawn and were ready to be rewritten by the runners-up and other finishers. The Leg 1 winners knew that the races were just heating up. Among the celebrities, first-timer Daniel Matsunaga scored a race win and showed he could mix it up with all racers. Troy Montero jumped out in front with 2 race wins. In the promotional class, Francis Adriano led a charge by Team Avengers with 2 race victories. And in the sporting class, each race was won by a different racer, indicating that everyone had a chance to shine in the competition. Eggy Ong and Lord Seno each picked up race wins and early points.
The second leg of the Vios Racing Festival for 2019 will probably be remembered as one of the most challenging race days. The unpredictable rain poured on the track on the second day and provided driving and visibility challenges for all. But thanks to safety measures in place, proper coaching, the quick response of race officials, and the solid resilience of the racers, no one was hurt.
This is round 2 of the circuit edition of the Vios Racing Festival 2019.
When it rains, then that becomes very slippery. All the embedded rubber in the asphalt, the oil comes out a little bit. It's a lot physically less draining for them, but mentally it's actually quite more difficult because there's so many more things they have to focus on.
Actually, mas nakakapagod magmaneho sa basa kasi lahat ng pangyayari mabilis. Do mabagal ang takbo mo. Kasi mabilis nga dumulas yung auto, mabilis mawala ng traction, yung preno mo, mabilis din mag-lock up yung mga gulong. Kaya babaguhin mo nga yun, kaya natin binabago yung style ng maneho natin. Ultimo yung pagtingin natin sa kalsada, iba yung mga linya natin. Kung dati ang priority natin is yung optimum racing line, which is yung bibilogin natin yung liko. Ngayon, titingnan mo rin saan ba merong maraming tubig, iiwasan mo ngayon yon.
For the second leg, 25 racers were raring to go at the Clark International Speedway.
So our leader in the celebrity class, I'm not surprised, Troy Montero.
Celebrity-wise, it looks like it's still Troy Montero leading this race.
In the celebrity class, Troy Montero continued his winning ways with another win in race 4. Then, the unexpected happened. Race 5 was completing its final lap and racers were approaching the finish. Then, the driving lines got snarled.
Yo! Oh! 41, that's John Dizon.
And
car number 6, that is Troy Montero.
Troy Montero and John Dizon got entangled but were unscathed, and the actor still crossed the finish line ahead of the other celebrity racers.
Well, I was behind them, but entering the last lap, I heard something. I'm like, please, not sure, because I was behind. So it's like second, then I saw it, probably 2 posts. I'm like, oh my God, Tro. I slowed down. For me, I'm like, should I stop?
It's hard when your windshield is foggy, so you wouldn't want to bump anyone, right? And you wouldn't want to get into an accident. Well, one of us did, so I hope he's okay. These things happen, and we wouldn't want that to happen to any of us.
The heavy downpour of rain on the final race of Leg 2 posed challenges not only for the racers, but for race officials as well. As much as all wanted keen and intense competition and to truly test the driver's skills, safety was still of paramount importance.
We are live here at the Clark International Speedway, ready for race number 6. It is a wet track. There is a lot riding on this particular race.
Adjustments were already being readied as the rains left the track wet and slippery. Racers were bracing themselves for steering and visibility challenges. The race was allowed to start, but after a few laps, the wet track soon put many of the drivers through a ringer.
Oh, he's bogged down deep in there, and he's not getting out of the kitty litter there.
Definitely not. Car number
43. Oh, wait. We've got Lord Seno out. Miles is out. It's a lot happening here. And is that car number 4?
4 is Gerald Anderson.
Oh, no. If that car is number 2, that might be one of the...
That's Chi Filomena's car.
As the rains refused to let up, race officials soon unfurled the yellow flag and the safety car was dispatched to slow down the racers. An initial go signal was issued to proceed with the race, but the rains were obviously not interested in going away. Eventually, a force majeure was invoked and ended the race after 10 laps.
Oh, it's over. Checkered flag is out.
Race 6 still counted as a complete race.
For me, personally as a driver, it was pretty fortunate for me because I think Red already had a pretty good gap between the two of us. Then the safety car came out. Then Red had a pretty good restart actually. But luckily I was able to catch him. Then I was able to make a pass. And fortunately again for me, the moment that I passed him, another safety car came out, then finished the race. So at least I was already in front of him when we finished the race.
In the promotional class, Julian Tang took race 4 after penalties sent Julian Neri to the second spot. Elise Menorca scored a double win for races 5 and 6. In the sporting class, Red Diwa put his racing savvy on full display, winning race 4. Eggy Ong, however, sent out a loud signal to the field with a pair of wins in race 5 and the eventful 6th race. The overall titles would be decided in the final leg of the 2019 season. The racing journeys for the season were not yet done.
After being introduced at the Mall of Asia grounds, the Vios Autocross Challenge attracted a huge and enthusiastic field of hopeful racers in each of the 3 legs here in Clark. Most, if not all, wanted to fulfill the dream of competing in motorsports in some form. The Autocross Challenge opened doors to achieving those wishes.
The field attracted car club members, motor racing enthusiasts, media practitioners, and social media personalities.
Siyempre, yung adrenaline sobrang taas. Siyempre, tuwan-tuwa ka. Hindi mo ma-imagine na nanalo ka sa online na game, then mananalo ka to drive the OMR car. So, siyempre, sobrang achievement para sa akin yun.
And now it's the turn of our social media personalities to take on the Autocross Challenge. Jules Aquino on track B.
I didn't think I was gonna win because when I saw the final result, I came out as 3rd with the time of 54 seconds. But when they announced it, I was the winner. So it's pretty cool because I always grew up playing video games. I always fantasized about driving really fast. Sometimes when I'm driving manual, I'm actually just whipping it and being reckless, but safe driving is good driving, obviously, and it was just nice to be able to push the limits of the car, push yourself and with the speed and the turns and everything, and it felt good.
I feel very honored to be invited by Toyota, doing this kind of stuff, since I'm someone who is totally not in the car industry, like not doing anything with cars, and I don't even have a background in racing. But I always wanted to do it. Like when I was a kid, I liked to play video games about racing and everything. And I always dreamed about doing stuff like that. So of course it's a big pleasure for me trying these things out. I think they should do more of this, like more pa. But the whole racing scene will get bigger here in the Philippines. So it'll be really cool.
Welcome to the final round of the Vios Racing Festival 2019. Oh, we've got a car going sideways.
If all the Vios racers seemed gung-ho and aggressive on the last day, it was because the overall titles and positions were at stake. The race on the points board was close and tight. It showed different possibilities just waiting to happen.
So we're now on our final leg, and there's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of drama that can come out of this race because we have the double points. So what that means is all the points that are accumulated per race weekend are now ×2. Anybody from first, who's leading the class, all the way down to 7th place in the different categories can actually win.
It was winning time. It would come down to the very last race of the 2019 Vios Racing Festival.
It's a little bit of action here. Car 50 versus 90. That is
Clive Fermin and Elise Menorca.
Okay, Elise obviously trying to battle for second here in the championship.
I don't want to be complacent since a lot of things can happen during the race. Just because you got the fastest lap doesn't mean you're going to win first.
We have the most experience here. If we do anything wrong and somebody else gets by us, then that's probably our mistake.
I don't want to be overconfident. I'm kind of like a man on a mission.
I don't know, just being here is already a highlight.
I want to grab the championship.
Right now, we are in competition, so kami ni Eggy, galit-galit muna.
Anybody can win. It's an open championship.
For leg 3, a total of 26 racers hit the track. If the last race of leg 2 was soaked with rain, the sun was out at its fiercest for race 7 of the final leg. The racers would get good traction from the hot track, but because of the intense competition, there were unavoidable collisions, and the scampering for adjustments even during the race. There were entanglements that saw the race being slowed down at one stretch to clear the track. But the racers bravely stuck to the challenge, calling on experience, the coaching they received, and the hours spent preparing for the competition.
Well, I had an okay start. I lost one position to my teammate John. There was some contact in the first corner, and we just kept on pushing. We're also teammates, so nagtulungan din kami ng konti, and at least one of our team won.
Welcome to the final leg of Vios Racing Festival. I'm sure everyone is thrilled for some Gazoo racing action. So without further ado, let us begin.
After a brief pre-race ceremony, the competition was primed and ready for more intense driving. Troy Montero just kept on winning in his class. The promotional class was shaping up to be Francis Adriano's turf as he notched another race win. And the sporting class became a showcase of excellent driving skills like those of Lord Seno.
The heat just got me exhausted. And then these two guys, Jal Napat and Mark, they kept coming. They didn't give me no rest at all, not even for 10 seconds. Well, I stuck to the game plan. My tires became butter at lap 4. It was so hot that we lost so much grip. All I needed to do was defend, but it was not that easy. These guys are really fast also. They've improved so much. So I was actually 50% luck and 50% racing.
The cars are all ready and they're off. This is last race.
All the racing metaphors came into play in the final race of the season. Racers went flat out in the hunt for superb finishes for precious championship points.
There's a little contact, a lot of contact,
Ooh.
and off the grid goes car number 13.
13 is Francis Adriano.
Promotional class action saw Francis Adriano unable to finish the race, and this opened the door for the rest of the field.
So now the race is back on. Now we are about to find out how are they going to approach this.
Celebrity-wise, it looks like it's still Troy Montero leading this race.
Troy Montero made it 3 in a row for the leg and continued his dominance of the celebrity class. Was Troy ready for a move into the next racing class? Gerald Anderson exuded a newfound racing confidence as he scored another podium finish by taking second. Daniel Matsunaga returned to the winner's circle by pocketing a third-place spot. There was furious action in the sporting class. In the early laps, current overall front-runner Red Diwa kept his nearest rival Eggy Ong at arm's length. But in time, John Dizon whizzed by Ong and then nipped Diwa on the turn to set up another race triumph.
This is about as good as it gets, ladies and gentlemen. John Dizon has a nice tight line into turn number 1. And look at him! He's down the inside. Is it enough? What a beautiful maneuver. John Dizon does it again.
I gave it my best. I gave it my everything because I was in contention for the overall championship. I'm quite disappointed, to be honest, because I didn't bag the overall championship, but I just want to look at the positive side. I still feel pretty happy overall for the whole season because this is my first season joining the Vios Racing Festival.
It is all quiet now on the racetrack. The purring of the Vios cars has grounded to a halt. The races have been run.
And it was now time to enjoy the exhilaration of achievement. Not necessarily podium finishes or best times in the races, but a celebration of teamwork, camaraderie, and the waku-doki spirit of excitement and fulfillment. For now, this lap of the racing journey was to be savored, relished, enjoyed.
What a great run we've had. The Vios Racing Festival 2019 has been epic by any standard.
It's just amazing. I know I'm just a beginner here comparing to all of these guys. I have nothing to complain. I just want to say thank you to Toyota for giving the opportunity. I'm enjoying so much. I never thought I could be a racer one day.
The final award ceremony of the festival toasted the winners. Those hours of preparation were worth it, whether one was on the podium or simply among a field of passionate racers who had completed the season.
Here's how all the racers fared at the end of 3 legs. Troy Montero was the winner of the celebrity class, winning 7 of 9 races. Francis Adriano dominated the promotional class. And Red Diwa's strategic moves paved the way for his taking the sporting class overall crown.
I'm just like really loving this moment because, you know, I remember when I first started like 3 years ago. My first season, I got on the podium one time for a 3rd place. And I was like, I felt so good. It's hard to just jump in there and like win right away. It doesn't happen. I've been here for 3 years and now I'm on top because I put in the time, great training, great support and everything. And everyone else who's just starting out this year, they're gonna get there, especially if they're here next year. For sure, they're gonna improve.
Me being in the Vios Racing Festival taught me a lot of things that in racing, it's not just what happens on track, it's also what outside, how you talk to people, how you learn, how you accept defeat, most importantly.
On my 2nd year, I won the promotional overall. Last year, I was supposed to win the sporting class overall champion, but my car crashed, so unluckily, John won. So this year, we had changed our strategy. I've only won 1 out of 9 races, but it doesn't really matter. It's about consistency. Next season will be back-to-back.
The Vios Racing Festival, as we all know, it's a Toyota Motor Philippines event. And we just wanted to support TMP as much as we can, whenever we can. I believe the Vios Racing Festival is the biggest motorsport race in the Philippines. So of course, we wanted to be a part of that, be part of that history. The platform that they use is the best-selling Vios, so I believe it's a win-win for everybody.
In our place, there were some friends that are very much interested. So we bought 2 cars and joined the race. But after the first race, we learned a lot. And the group became a family. And we become enthusiasts. So every year, we started joining the race.
When we see the drivers, when we see them passionate and very focused and dedicated in racing, it encourages us. A lot of people, the enthusiast car clubs in Cebu who follow the race with us.
We just keep telling our drivers to just give their best every race, and the results will come in the end.
For my team's performance, they did really well actually. We got overall first place and overall third place.
Good thing that we got the team award for the year. I guess that was the biggest win for us. We always want to sustain a team. We've been here for 6 years, and of course we still want to be there until the end. So next year we'll have a team again, have new exciting drivers. So that's for you to wait for.
We want to thank TMP for coming up with the Vios Racing Festival, for coming up with the most organized motoring sport activity in the country. And it was a good venue for any driver to learn the sport.
To Toyota Motor Philippines and the general public and the drivers, amidst all the excitement and the passion and the energy, let's not forget to enjoy the Wakudoki way.
Wakudoki!
Wakudoki!
Wakudoki! Wakudoki!
Wakudoki!
Wakudoki!
Wakudoki!
Wakudoki!
Wakudoki!
Wakudoki!
The Wakudoki thrill was felt by all participants of the Vios Racing Festival for 2019. The spirit has been so invigorating that our racers can't wait for next season to hit the track again. We thank you for joining us for this year's festival, and we look forward to seeing you again next season to ride again like never before. I'm Cheska Calao, and this has been the Vios Racing Festival 2019.